Hey, how you doing? Welcome in to another edition of Classics with Kasper. The sun is setting on a beautiful day here in Missoula, Montana. Just over my shoulder is Washington Grizzlies Stadium. Today, they honored the 2001 national champions. 20 years since the Montana Grizzlies last won the 1AA national title. It was a great team coached by Joe Glenn. Joe came to Montana from northern Colorado to start the 2000 season. That season ended with a loss to Georgia Southern in the national championship game. The players that returned put their mind to finishing the job in Chattanooga. The only loss the Grizzlies suffered that year was to the University of Hawaii, an FBS team, or 1A at the time. Montana didn't lose again after losing that second game of the season. They were led on offense by record-breaking running back Johanse Humphrey. The quarterback was John Edwards, also known as Johnny Montana. Atu Molden was the star wide receiver. But the real stars of the offense was the offensive line, which consisted of 5 Montanans across the front. John Skinner from Dillon, Derek Decker from Valentine, Brian Pelk from Helena, Thatcher Zalay from Whitefish, and Dylan McFarland from Kalispell. The defense was led in the secondary by safeties Vince Huntsberger and Trey Young and cornerback Calvin Coleman. But it was a true team. There was no real stars, maybe with the exception of Johanse Humphrey. Montana hosted 3 playoff games, culminating with a 38-0 win over Northern Iowa in the semifinals. That day, Grizzly fans tore down the goalposts, took them through the streets of Missoula to a downtown bar where they still remain. A week later, they finished the job, beating Furman 13-6 in the national championship game. The 2001 team was back here in Missoula and honored. Today, the Grizzlies wore uniforms that were exactly replicas of what they wore in 2001. Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of Classics with Kasper.